it's your boy, Paulus Harris, aka the Crazy Uncle. Hey, guess what? It's your first time tuning in. Go ahead. Hit doggone subscribe button. Hit notification bell. Anytime I post up new content. Hey, listen. Y'all need to start liking my videos. So I can actually really get into the wonderful world of YouTube more than what I am. Comment. Tell me what you think. And do what the hell I tell y'all to do at the end of every show. Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell Big Dan, tell Big Bertha, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa. Motherfucker next door across the street around the corner. Do that. Because what the fuck I'm actually really trying to do is actually really gonna be unprecedented. Taste the beverage. It's Friday night. I ain't got no job, which I don't. I never did. I ain't had a job in 8 years because I'm retired. But that's beside the point. So, in the news, Secretary of Treasury said they ain't finna produce no more pennies. But whatever is out there in circulation, right, will stay in circulation until I guess ain't no motherfucking pennies left. So if any of y'all actually really go on valuablecoins.com, so my thing is this: whatever pennies that you have, you know, they actually like might stop that shit too, right? But I said death of a penny, autopsy report, right? And so for the most part, here's the here's the $64,000 question. And if it look like I got raccoon eyes, then hey, it's because I'm outside of my garage. I got most of the family here, or some of the family here. So I got the grandbabies here. My brother-in-law is here, right? I tried to do this shit earlier, but hey, it is what it is. So my whole thing is this. This is the autopsy report. So motherfucker didn't kill the penny off. How many of y'all actually really remember the quarter, the nickel, the dime, and the penny? And how everybody on the quarter, the nickel, and the dime was facing this way. But when it comes to the penny, a, a color that is somewhat close to my color, depending on depending on the lighting and how old that penny is. So I was born in 1973, right? So you already know what the hell that penny is gonna look like. When I actually really put it on any point of my body, it's actually really gonna match my goddamn color. And so for everybody to sit there and holler about, oh, I'm black, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the other. No, the fuck you ain't. You goddamn penny color. I got on a black shirt right now, and it's dark outside. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see if I can actually really come outside where that y'all can actually really, ooh, y'all sure enough can't see me now, right? So it's just for the simple fact I might do the rest of this show outside, right? And I already know that. Let me get up under this light here, right? So I'm outside right now. So here's the deal, people, right? For those of y'all that actually remember the quarter, the nickel, and the dime, how they facing, and how the penny was facing, right? Why is that? Right? So then, so here's where the shit actually really comes into play. Right? According to history, slavery in this country happened. A lot of us got on a boat or were forced on a boat to come here to what is now called the United States of America, not knowing that we were already here when Christopher Columbus, CC 33, right? When he brought his ass over, who the fuck do you think that he met? He met us. No goddamn Indians. We were already natives to this land, right? And so basically what happens over the years, right? Let's just say that the knowledge, the ultimate knowledge, the true knowledge is injected into the human body. And slowly but surely, you forget about his story, or what I like to call theory, which is a mixture of his story and her story, which for the most part becomes to they, their story, which for the most part is nothing more than a motherfucking theory, if you ask me. Shout out to my young brother Dane Calloway that actually really had put this out on the forefront. A lot of us actually really thought it, but with the young brother Dane Calloway, he actually already said, you know what? I'm gonna do something that is unprecedented. I'm gonna say what the fuck y'all was thinking the whole time. Pretty much like what Bernie Mac said in Kings of Comedy, right? He said, see, I'm gonna say once again what the fuck you scared to say. Right? So basically that's all what the fuck Dane Calloway did. So here's the autopsy report. We already know how Abraham Lincoln died, if indeed he died the way that they say that he died, right? But they put him on the penny, facing the opposite direction. Why is that? Why is that? And so the Secretary of Treasurer, right? Okay, we ain't gonna make no more pennies. But whatever the hell is in circulation, let it be in circulation. And so if you actually really stop and think about that for a minute, who the fuck are they actually really trying to kill off? Who are they really trying to kill off, people? But the thing about it though is this. You could never kill off the original man, the original people, the very first people to walk the face of this earth. You can never kill us off, especially not with some bullshit money, especially when you really take heed to what the fuck happened on August 15, 1971. Currency in any form ain't been worth a damn since that day, right? So now all of a sudden, thanks to my young brother, Dane Calloway, right? Shout out to you, bruh. I know you if you drink, hey, it is what it is. If you don't, guess what? I just did it for you. So, for the most part, right? Let's actually really stop and think about this for a minute. They always holler about, motherfuckers trying to kill off history. Or he's actually really trying to kill off his own history. his story or the goddamn theory, which is the compensation of he and she, which is they, right? I mean, that may be bad English, bad grammar, whatever the fuck you call them, but y'all already know where the fuck the crazy uncles is coming from. So let's actually really stop and think about this for a minute. What the fuck are you really trying to do when you call yourself knocking off the penny? And then as far as like this whole so-called thing, as far as like digital money goes, I haven't received an actual check since 1996. I joined the Army in 1997. A bank account was set up for me, and I haven't seen an actual paper check since then, which means that the money was digital. And so motherfuckers like Melody King or anybody else that ain't got no goddamn sense want to sit up here and holler about digital money, digital ID. Fuck you talking about? AI, right? How many of y'all actually really know what the definition of artificial is? How many of y'all actually really know what intelligence is? Because whoever the fuck do you follow, whether it's God, Allah, Buddha, and what and who I follow, Yahweh, they got this shit on lock. Because guess what? God is a title. Jesus is a bullshit name, right? Because he was Hebrew. So you can't even pronounce the letter J in Hebrew right to this day. So how the fuck you gonna call this man Jesus when you actually really can't even pronounce this man's name in Hebrew? And he was a Hebrew. So again, tell me how that shit work. What they do to that, right? So here's the deal, people. Until you raggedy motherfuckers really start doing goddamn research on what the fuck money truly is, just go back and look at August 15, 1971. Look at what President Nixon did. And if that don't get you, go back to March of 1933 when Roosevelt was in office. He did the exact same thing. And then from 33 to motherfucking 1971, that's 38 years, right? Nixon sealed the deal. Now, honestly, I think Nixon was a Republican. And I almost think that Roosevelt was a Republican. So these motherfuckers, they actually really knew what the fuck was going on way back then. But you some bitches like Sonny on The View, looking like old fucked up ass zombie, looking like old ass 80-year-old ass woman, probably ain't had no dick in forever in a day, right? Her and Whoopi, I already know Whoopi ain't had no dick. And probably any other of the motherfuckers on The View, they ain't had no dick neither, right? So, in either case, stop listening to these motherfuckers. And for the most part, you really ain't gotta listen to me. You ain't gotta listen to the goddamn crazy uncle. But the thing about it though is this. Everything with the fucking that I'm telling y'all right now, it could be easily researched. Easily researched. Shut the fuck up, even though I know you can't hear me. Goddamn dog fucking up my goddamn show. But in not the case, right? Let's actually really stop and look at it. The death of the penny. Let's actually really do a goddamn autopsy report on this. Why are they killing off the penny? Like, really? Because the penny looked like us too tough? right? I need to? I don't need to talk about all the other shit that's in play. There's a lot of motherfuckers that, oh, you being racist. Really? As a so-called black man, for the most part, for those of y'all that sit up and talk racism, right? Just know, let's go to the goddamn cemetery. Dig up, we go to a so-called black cemetery. We go to a so-called white cemetery, right? We dig up two bodies and we count each bone. Guess what? You gonna count 206 on both bones. So where the fuck is the racism at, people? Ain't no goddamn such thing. And then even if it is, like what I said on my previous channel, I'm the ultimate racist because I know all the aspects of the human body. I know all the aspects of the human body. I know how this shit works and why it works, which makes me the ultimate racist, right? I'm actually like the ultimate feminist too. I know why y'all come on y'all period every motherfucking 30 days. I know why you got titties. I know all that shit. So not only am I the ultimate racist, but I'm also the ultimate feminist. I know why you got titties. I know why you come on your period every motherfucking 30 days. I know all this shit. Does that make me better than anybody else? Of course not. But if you really want to know why you come on your period every motherfucking 30 days, leave a comment below. And the crazy uncle will actually really tell you. I know how this shit go. I know how all this shit work. I know why it work. This shit is all about design. But if you don't know the motherfucking ultimate pattern, guess what? It's just like what old boy said in Star Trek Nemesis, where they actually really took a clone of Picard and made they took DNA from Picard, cloned his ass, and then he said, "Can you learn to see in the dark, Captain?" And then even then was even better than that. He said, "The echo over the voice." Don't believe it? Go watch it. So with that being said, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your dad, tell your birthday, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa. Motherfucker next door, cross street, around the corner, Paulus Harris, aka Crazy Uncle. Y'all have a good weekend.